never met me before, I teach some of you at Success Academy. I teach art, kindergarten through fourth grade. And then we have Miss Avocado.
Miss Avocado, otherwise Miss Acevedo, but you guys know me as the Avocado art teacher. And I've been working with Neighborhood United since the beginning with Mrs. Butler. We are also college friends, which is why we work so well together. Because if we got through college, we can get through anything. Seriously. And so we're here today to start our new project.
So we're so excited for our first lesson with you all today. So I'm going to kick things off with sharing our screen right here. And let me make sure that I go to the right page. Whoa, that is not it.
That's the end. You guys can't see the end yet?
No. Okay. All right.
From the beginning.
So here we are, right from the beginning. So friends, we have our unit for today. Well, our unit that we're working on is called Duality. And our first lesson, led by Miss Avocado and myself, see our little emojis. We are going to focus on portraits. So this is our first lesson on portraits together, okay?
And not just any portraits, self-portraits.
All right. So our objectives for today, okay, we're going to review from our last workshop what a self-portrait is. Then we're going to review what are representational and non-representational portraits. And then we're going to have activity time where you all are going to get a chance to draw with us. So I hope you have your art supplies ready for you, right? Some paper and something to draw with. And then afterwards, we're going to have time to share, ask questions, and talk about what we're going to do next week, okay?
So let's get started.
Yes. You can hit the
click. Oh, it doesn't click.
There we go.
Okay. So review. What is a self-portrait? You guys can raise your hands or you can talk in the chat as to what we talked about from our previous workshop, what a self-portrait is. But we also have the definition here. Oh, we have a hand.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, please.
A self-portrait is basically a drawing that you draw of yourself.
That's right. Wonderful. It's a drawing that you do of yourself.
All right. So anyone know who this famous self-portrait painter is? Wonder what's in the chat right now.
The name is Frida Kahlo.
Who said
Frida
that?
Kahlo.
Me.
You're absolutely right, me.
It's me, Kim.
That's Kimberly.
I know.
So yes, this is Frida Kahlo, and we'll get to talk more about her. We have a workshop coming up, which we'll give you a heads up about, but we are going to talk about her in that workshop, okay?
Yeah, so don't forget this face.
All right, and then we're going to review what is a representational and non-representational portrait.
And Mrs. Butler and I can really talk about this in difference because we both do self-portraits, but I like to do representational, while a lot of the times Mrs. Butler does non-representational.
And so here is the difference, right? So
I know which artist made which.
Which one? You want to tell us?
Tell us.
Leonardo da Vinci made the Mona Lisa, and I believe Pablo Picasso made the other one.
Close. Yeah, half right, which is better than most, okay?
But you are right about the Mona Lisa.
Yes.
This is actually Kandinsky, right?
Yes.
Kandinsky painted this one.
Kandinsky had a thing with making art look like music to describe people, places, events in his life. And so they both are part of the self-portrait aspect, but representational art like Leonardo da Vinci has imagery and or characteristics of real life people, places, or things. So you can tell that this Mona Lisa is a woman. Now, when we say Mona, you say
Lisa.
Pizza. Wait, it's not pizza? No?
It's not pizza.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
And so non-representational art is now the opposite. So it has no imagery or characteristics of real life or people. And so the works are usually abstract. So abstract meaning using like lines, colors, shapes, and other forms to create the image.
And to answer Isaiah the Sassy Turtle's question, yes, chibis are representational. They're just exaggerated because no one has a really big head and a little tiny body.
All right. And so now we have our activity time. Let's begin our drawing.
All right. So as you can see here,
Let me
Yeah, you can-
stop share.
did you want to share the lesson, the page for
Oh
supplies?
yeah, got
Yeah.
it.
We still
Sorry,
have a
guys.
page for supplies, so you guys can see what exactly you might need.
All right.
So as you can see, Mrs. Butler and I have our big piece of paper right here. We have our combination of pencils. And before that, we have our Zoom screen where we can, pin our own video to see, or we can also use a mirror if you have that available. But
Or
no,
I can take a photo.
Yeah.
That's
or you can take
right.
a photo.
like our lovely model here on the page for the presentation, she's
Taking
taking her
Selfie. All right, guys. So these are the supplies that you are going to need. You can kind of like give us a thumbs up or write in the chat that you are ready to start.
I think right in the chat would be best. Yeah.
All right. So let me stop sharing here.
And when you have everything you need, write in the chat. Done.
Great.
All
So
right,
Celine,
Celine is ready.
done.
So
Yep,
paper and a pencil. That's right,
yes.
Isaiah. Done.
Katie's
Haiti.
ready. Noah's ready.
I think
Amara's
Amara.
ready.
Kelly.
Hey, Kelly. Ariana's ready.
Can we also use Chrome Canvas if that is your choice?
Yes.
Feel free. I got 2 pencils and a notebook and a sharpener and an eraser. So
Perfect.
Wait,
Sajida
wait,
is prepared.
can't we use the supplies that you gave us last time we were recited in person?
Yes, absolutely. So if you got some supplies from us from our first show, you can, because they have paper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But Kimberly, you didn't open it yet?
I did.
She's like, I did. I just
Okay,
didn't
there
know."
we go.
All right, guys. So now that we have mostly everyone ready, oh my God.
Miss Monty, we really like your little screen. Your
Yeah.
little screensaver for your account. That's so cute.
All right. So we are going to get started. So when drawing a portrait, we're going to focus on drawing the head and the face today. So that is what we're going to demonstrate on this big paper. A couple of things. If you need us to slow down or maybe explain something again, let us know. You can write it in the chat. That way we make sure that you are understanding each step of the way, okay?
And I'll be paying attention to the chat and sending questions out to Mrs. Butler and Miss Avocado.
Yeah, Emily, yes, you can.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to start off drawing the head. So when we start a portrait, we want to start with a basic shape. So who can tell me
A circle.
a circle? Yes.
A circle. Now, is it a perfectly round circle? Your
And then you add a
It's like
kid.
an oval.
Oh, wait.
Kelly.
Kelly.
A
Like
point.
boys and
Like a
girls.
oval.
好像有几个小朋友。
Boys and girls.
No.
Raise your hands. Let Kelly speak. Go ahead,
I
Kelly.
think it would be an oval.
Yes, correct. And a lot of you said that as soon as I mentioned the perfect circle. Now, we don't have a perfect circle for our heads. We have an oval. So good on you all for remembering that.
All
Now,
right.
this is Mrs. Butler's favorite part. She's going to
Start
start
us
us off.
All right. So I am going to start pretty big because we have a big paper.
Mm-hmm.
Also for our friends so they're able to see.
Yeah,
So
we're
I'm
trying
seeing-
to use our darkest pencils possible.
Yes, don't worry. If you can't see it, I will definitely darken it up. That way we're all able to see.
Ariana Pena says, I thought it was a circle and then draw the chin. That is one other way to draw it. But one of the easiest ways is to just make sure you have it already in your first motion.
Yes. Made it a little too narrow on this side.
That's okay.
I'm rounding it out. All right. I made an oval, bringing it lower. And we're going to adjust it as we go along. So here is our oval shape. I hope you all can see it pretty big.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Okay.
So think of it like an egg that you were putting on its smaller tip down.
So it's a little more smaller at the top. There's a smaller round, and then this is much bigger.
What if the drawing of our heads looks like a muted potato?
Mutated potato.
Representational, as long as it has your eyes and features, you're a potato.
Oh.
But try to do this first before you can warp your non-representational pieces. Let's focus on doing a representational piece first. Let's practice that. Okay, so the next step is going to be our crisscross, which according to Mr. Yadaberry, a lot of you love to draw on your papers, and I don't know how necessary that is, but I'm proud of you. So we're gonna start from the top going down. We want a vertical line going down the middle. Now, I am not going all the way down and saying, perfect, I'm halfway there. I am taking my time, brushing my pencil down so that eventually the lines that I make a straight halfway line.
So you're cutting that egg oval shape that we made in half with your line. Take your time to get it straight down the middle, okay?
As you can see, it's not perfect with one line. It's got a few lines.
I'm adding Sadija to the spotlight. Sadija, do you have a question about?
How do you make it to an oval? Because the only thing that I know how to do is a circle.
Well, I think then what Ariana suggested might be a good option to have.
Yeah.
So let me
Do
do
it
that
on
on the side here. Or you want to do it on the side?
Yeah.
You are the head.
So if you want to go from a circle to an oval, right, and it gets a little tricky, another way that you can try it is you make your circle, right, pretty big on your page, because we don't want to make a tiny, tiny little portrait. It gets really hard to add those details in later when we make the circle and the face too small, okay? So you want to work nice and big. All right, so here is my circle. It's not 100% perfect, right? But here's the circle. And then when I want to add that smaller rounded chin, right? I'm going to go from about halfway on one side, and I'm going to curve down. And I'll do the same on the other side. And I want to make a point. So I want to make a nice little round so it looks like an egg. Again, it's not going to be perfect, but this is how we go from our circle
To the
to
egg.
an egg. Okay? And then with this line, you can erase it or you can keep it there as another guide. Okay?
Because this is very similar to our next line that we're going to be putting on our head, which is the horizontal line where you will find your eyes. Okay? Now, we got to talk about this, kids, because a lot of you like to put this line all the way up here. And I got bad news.
You have to put in the middle.
That's your forehead.
Yeah.
Kimberly, thank
Yep,
you.
they have to go right.
You want to be
in the
right
middle.
here. Okay? Your eyes are here. They're not up here. They're not down here. Right here. You see me? I see you. So we're not going to do it right here. We're going to have our line right.
Yep.
I got
Yep, you got it.
Yep.
Halfway.
And the same thing I did with the vertical line, I'm doing with the horizontal. I'm brushing my pencil across to get the general halfway mark. And since I know that this top line is incorrect, I'm going to use my eraser.
And just boop, erase it.
All right, so the
All
next step,
Wait, let's pause.
Yes.
Friends, do you have any questions?
before we move on,
We have our egg shape or our circle with our curve at the bottom for the chin, right? And then you have your crisscross guide, right? One vertical line and one horizontal line.
It kind of looks like 4 halves.
What is the art style that we are trying to go for? So we are focusing on representational portraits, okay? So we're trying to go on the more realistic routes, okay? That's going to be our focus for the next few weeks. And then we are going to do non-representational.
Yeah, it's like what we mentioned before. Part of the practice, it's good to know how to do a representational first, so you know how to mess it up in non-representational abstract.
All right. And then Isaiah, I can't see your screen. Oh, Isaiah, you're holding it up. Okay. Wait. It's a little hard to see.
Can you spotlight him for us, Mr. Yadabay?
Yes, I can. Let me find the screen. He's now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold it there, Isaiah. There you
Yeah.
go.
There we go.
Oh, that's not a potato.
He wants to know it. Good. You're following the
You
steps.
got this.
Good, Isaiah. All right.
All right, so now we're going to be moving on to our eyes, nose, and mouth. Which one would you like?
Oh, Candace, did you want to show us your page?
Ooh, yes,
Oh,
please.
wait.
Show us.
Oh,
Lovely.
excuse
Yes.
me. All right. Yo, why, Jacob? What happened? Why you look like that?
Don't
Yours
be
doesn't look
stressed.
like Candace's.
Let's see. Let's see.
Aw.
Hold it
It's
close.
okay. It's
too easy for me.
Oh, it's too easy
Oh, it's
for
so
him.
easy.
oh, excuse
It's
me.
realistic. It's gonna be hard when you do the
I
eyes
mean,
and all
for
the
me,
other stuff,
okay?
对，开始
Hello, excuse
开始哈，
me.
小公。
All right.
Oh, one more, Kelly. What's
Kelly,
up,
go
Mama?
All
ahead.
right. Let me share Kelly's screen. Let me remove the spotlight.
I did my best, but I don't think I did good.
Hold it close. Let's take a look.
All right. I love it. You like it, I love it.
We can't see it. Where is it?
Oh, no.
She spotlighted.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Nice,
You
Kelly.
got it, Kelly.
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
Okay. I can do the nose.
Oh,
I'm not so great with eyes.
But you know the eyes are my favorite.
I know,
Thank you.
yeah. I'm like,
All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on to the eyes now, and come and show.
All right.
So
So-
we want to start off by knowing the shape of the eye. Now, the eye is different on many different people, but when you're starting with your base draft face, you want to use an oval. But this time, we're not going this way. We're going to make our oval long and horizontal. Now, this is important because we're going to start with our oval right here. And you see, I'm going over multiple times. I'll make it nice and dark so you can see all my lines. My oval is not perfect.
So just so we know, this is not an eye.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
going in
no.
the middle. Okay.
Don't get it twisted, guys. We are all aware that you do not have this eye.
You
right
don't have
here.
an eye in the middle, but
We
this
are
is
not
the-
Cyclops.
Yeah.
We are not a cyclops, but what is accurate is that our eyes are separated by one eye's distance.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you were able to take a picture of your eyes and add like a third one right here, they would be perfectly separated by one eye. So you make the one eye in the middle. And from there, you put another horizontal oval right next to the other one.
There we go. So you're drawing your second oval. Remember that one oval is supposed to represent the one eye's distance in between your two eyes, okay?
I am.
Go ahead,
Sometimes
Miss
going
Abigail.
sideways can be a little problematic. Let's start over. There we go. Okay, that's not bad.
Looks good. Yeah.
Now, if you want to erase it, now you can once you finish making your ovals.
All right.
when you guys are ready, let me know and I'll erase it for you. Okay?
Okay, Kelly gave us a thumbs up. She's ready. Natalie, was that a thumbs up, or did you have a question, sweetie? Oh, there we go.
Mary's giving us a thumbs up. Who else who else still needs this here? Or do you guys want to continue?
Melanie is ready. Isaiah's ready.
Thumbs
Kaiser.
up from Kaiser and Melanie.
Okay. Marvy.
Marvy.
Cool. Oh, Nena.
Why?
Sorry, guys. We have Nena here.
We have a studio assistant. My apologies. An obnoxious studio assistant.
Sajita's ready, and then
No. Be
and
nice.
Mary is ready. And that's cool, Mary. So you learned to do this method before too.
Nice.
All
Okay,
right.
so I'm erasing.
We're erasing the eye that is in the middle, so the oval that's in the middle, because we don't need it anymore, okay?
And of course, because the pencil's dark, it's gonna smear a little bit, but that's okay. All the
It's
hard days
okay,
work.
because we are just practicing.
All right. So now Mrs. Butler is gonna lead us on the nose, and I guess the eyebrow line too. Yeah, fits. Yeah. So let's get going.
All right, so I am going to show you where the nose goes, okay? So just like with our eyes, many of us kind of like to draw the nose really short, or at least from what I've noticed. A lot of people like to draw the nose really short. So really, what this is, think of it almost like you're cutting this space and this space right here in half. So you want to take from this middle point here and this end of the chin, and you want to bring it about halfway. Yep. And so I'm going to just make a line right here as my guide. Okay? You all see it? Okay, it's cool. There we go. So this is where the end of my nose is going to be. Okay? Now, with a nose, it does get a little bit tricky drawing a nose, and I've been practicing myself. Okay? I like to start with a small circle, okay? So, drawing a small circle, the bottom of my circle is touching the line. So, a small circle.
Like a button.
Can you make it a little more darker? I can't really see it.
Gotcha. No problem. Making the circle a little bit darker so that we see it. Okay. Is that good, Kelly? Good? Okay. So I like to start with a small circle, okay? Right on that middle line. The next step is I like to think that there are two circles, right, for our nostrils, right on the end. So here's our small circle here, but there are some smaller circles for our nostrils.
So you got the button, and then you got your nostrils right here.
So what I'm going to do is draw smaller circles right on the side, okay? So here is where I'm going to draw my first smaller circle. Okay, it doesn't quite look like a nose just yet. And then I'm going to mimic that and make a small circle here. So I'm going to try and make them look the same or as similar as possible. That should look pretty good, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So now we have our nostrils and our start to our nose, okay? Now, as we get into making it a little bit more realistic, okay, I like to sort of use that outline, okay? I go along the edges, and then I will shape the nostril and then go out. Like so. Okay. So shaping the nostril and then going out like so.
Think like parentheses
Yeah.
to your sentences or to your math equation.
Yep. So like a parenthesis on one side and a parenthesis on the other.
But it's holding your nose.
Yeah. Yeah. And then from about here down to this point, I'm going to make a light sort of line. We don't have to keep it, but a light sort of line this way. Same thing for the other side. I'm going from the inner part of the eye and going to the end here.
This is where those lines come in handy again, because we're using it from the halfway mark of our eye down, making a curve inward to our parenthesis.
All right, and we'll adjust it again as we go along, okay?
My nose is too big.
Oh, Melanie, it's okay if you can't stay, all right?
Oh,
My face looks like a
mashed potato.
I say.
All right. So again, these are just guides. We're gonna erase and adjust a lot as we go along, okay? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna erase and adjust as we go along. Yeah. All right.
Are we ready for eyebrows?
Yeah.
Okay. So moving with Mrs. Butler's outline, I'm going to make our eyebrow line. Otherwise, you know, you hear these makeup artists, the brow bone that we are going to be contouring today. So from the same part of the parenthesis, actually maybe a little bit farther down so that I meet the curve, I'm going to push the curve past the halfway line by our eye and around until I meet about the edge of the eye. And from there, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Ooh, it needs to be darker. You can't see that. There, you can see it now.
Yeah, we can see it.
And I'm going to do it again on the other side.
I got it.
Thank you, assistant, for letting us know. Fire you.
Hey. I got her. Go ahead.
We're gonna continue because this line, we do not have skinny, winny eyebrows. We have a little fluff and fuzz on our eyebrow. So we are going to be now creating some detail with our eyebrows. It's one of the easier places to start with detail, so we're gonna start right now. And that's where we take from the edge right here. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, the edge right there. And we're gonna start doing what we call hatching, which is when you take a line and do a bunch of the little lines in the same direction. And I'm following the first line that I made. So now I have an eyebrow.
So hatching, making these short pencil marks really, really close together. Yes, we have the doggy. That's our studio assistant for today.
And so now we have our first main detail, which is our eyebrow hairs. All right, and before we continue with our eyes and nose details, let's move on to the foundation for the lips. Because we service with a smile.
All right. Oh, wait.
Oh.
I want to stop and maybe spotlight some people. I know some people want to show off what they had already.
Yay, we have people ready to share. That's
Yes.
exciting.
Natalie, where are you? Let me see, Natalie.
Natalie, and we have Ariana. that wants to share.
Ariana.
Ooh, and Gianna.
Ariana, you. Okay. Natalie, let's see it. Okay. Okay. Oh,
And Isaiah wants to show his mashed potato.
all right. Thank you, Natalie. Isaiah wants to show the mashed potato.
Mhm.
Yes. And Ariana wants to share too.
Okay.
Real quick, Mr. Yotterberry, I don't know why
Yes.
we're not seeing all the spotlights.
Oh, you're not? I might-
Yeah.
No.
Let me see. Let me try that again. All right. I'm gonna spotlight you guys. Oh, I see what I was doing. Okay. All right. Now you see it? The spotlight
No.
of Jacob and Candace.
No, that's okay. Let's. Oh, there it goes.
Look.
Oh, wow. Candace, is that your paper?
Yeah. That's Candace. She's like, yeah.
Nice.
How you doing,
Who
Jake?
else? Who
Is this
else
still
wanted
like
to?
super easy for you? No problem.
This is like, I guess, up my alley, I guess.
Oh, it's up
yes.
this is
Oh,
alley.
It's Jacob approved.
yeah. No, that's nice.
Mhm.
Nice job.
Is Parade still in here, Jacob? She's always here. Yes, she's gonna be staring at us like creeps.
You're not muted. So I don't know if you're talking about Miss Parade, but I know she heard you.
Yeah, she's probably gonna just stare. I like how we're like drawing and Miss Parade's just staring at us.
Noah, you got something for us?
We have a lot of people that want to share, and let's not.
Ooh.
Oh, he's already got his
He's already
pupils.
jumping ahead. He
Those
put
are
them
so-
out.
What?
Man, Noah's trying to show off. You ain't
Noah.
following instructions, bro. I ain't gonna spotlight you no more.
Liar. But let's not forget about Ariana Pena.
Oh,
Yes.
all right. Yes,
Sorry,
please.
Ariana.
Not my girl Ariana Pena. She gonna fight me. Oh, okay. I see you with your hair tied up, girl. Let me see. What you been up to?
Ooh,
Oh,
Very deep.
okay.
See Minecraft in the background.
You guys with the hatch. All right.
I found a new way how to draw lips, and I think it's really good. Okay,
Nice, Kelly.
Kelly, would you like to share with us before we move on and show you?
All right, Kelly, last one, and then I'm gonna move on. Let me go find Kelly. Wait, where's I can't find? Oh, right there. Spotlight. Oh, let me see. Yes.
All right, go ahead, Kelly.
I put like these two dots. Hold up.
Just making it darker.
Yeah.
These two dots right here.
On the
And
side.
then I make like a little.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the two dots on the side to help you.
Haley
And then I make
says,
it a little bigger, and then I make another bigger V, and then for the smaller V, I connect it to the two dots, and then for the middle V, I connect it to the other two dots, and then for the big V, I do the same thing, but it's just a little bigger.
Isaiah says smart, and Haley said we have the same exact glasses.
twins.
All right.
Twinsies. Okay, so I think if you'd like to show what Kelly just showed, that'd be a great idea. Nice job, Kelly. And then if you guys have if you guys want another option, I have another option for you as well.
I think maybe we can do like a fusion of the two. So
Let's do that.
we are gonna go now from the bottom of our nose to the bottom of our chin. We're gonna come and meet halfway, and that is where your lips are, okay? So
The center, when
Right
your
under.
mouth is closed.
yep, so right under the nose and the chin, we're gonna go about here.
Right there.
here, and this is gonna show us where our mouth will go. Okay? All right. So what I like to do with my portraits are I make a small V, kind of like Kelly. Okay. So I make a small V above this line that we created, and right on this guideline from the middle. So I make a small V. That's a small one. I don't think you guys can see it. Not really. A little light. Okay. So I like to make a small V. Right? You see it? Sort of? Okay.
Yeah, you can definitely.
Cool.
Right there.
And then from there, I'm going to take my time and kind of use it as a guide. And I will bring out this line. And I start to get closer and closer, like down. Yeah. All right.
Some people would
Yeah.
portion.
Can you make it a little bit darker? I can't see it that well.
Sorry.
Got you.
All right.
There
So
you go. You can see it right.
I have a little V, and then I extend that line and bring it downward. Okay? Now I'm going to do the same on the other side, okay? Blend it.
Needs
A little bit. All right.
And from there, I guess we're gonna add what I usually like to start with, which is after making the flat center line, I make the curve. So depending on the self-portrait, like if I look at myself, my lip does this dip in the middle and then goes up and down, up and down. So I'm going to start at the center and going over my flat center line, I'm going to make my curved lip center line because that will help shape the rest of the lip. So from the middle, very similar to Miss Mrs. Butler, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We're all still struggling with this change.
I know.
I'm going to make not a V, but a little smiley.
So right
Can you guys see
underneath
that?
our little V, maybe a little darker. So right on that line that we used, that halfway part, we made a little like smiley curve, okay?
And then from there, I'm gonna go out and do my little round dip and down. And then on the same thing on the other side, a little round dip and down. You can see that, yeah?
Yeah.
Always bring it in close for a second.
Bring it in close.
Plug in.
All right, guys. So you see where we started with our halfway line. We did a little V. We extended that top line. This is the top of our lip. And then Miss Avocado just showed us we make a small little smiley on that line. And then we curve it out and then curve it out on the other side.
So these are two really great ways to start your lip. And you can do one or the other first. It doesn't matter.
All right.
Now we gotta do the bottom.
Yeah. So for the bottom, I kind of take the same approach. I make a bigger kind of like smiley curve. And so I'll go a little bit under. And this curve is just a little bit wider. I'll make it a little darker so we can see it better.
And it has like these dips on the ends. So if you can see, Mrs. Butler is only adding the curve right to the edge here.
And Noah said, this is
fun.
fun.
And we're glad you're having fun.
Yeah. So I'll make this line a little darker so that we can see. Okay, notice I'm not going all the way to the end because we have those like dips that kind of
Go inward.
yeah.
So you want to do the left? Okay, here we go. munching? Sounds like someone's munching on some good snacks.
Yeah.
Voila.
That was like nice.
I think they're sisters.
All right, and so you can bring these lines. You can adjust them to bring them a little closer. Okay.
Yeah, so sometimes that means changing from where you started with your top line and having it connect down, which it might also do depending on the lip type you have, because all lips can be shaped differently. You're either gonna go straight down to touch the corner, or you'll make another curve, because some people have that little curve right there. Yeah. Oh, we both did it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
We're not helping with
Yeah.
conspiracy theory.
All right. And so any lines that we don't need anymore, we can always just erase and adjust, okay?
So let's take a pause to erase, and also if anyone has any questions, you guys may ask now, or any comments, concerns. I'm gonna erase.
All right.
So I'm also, you don't have to do it yet, but I'm gonna start getting rid of our base outlines.
I see in the chat, Haley, you got here a little while ago. That's okay. Do you want us to review anything before we move forward?
Haley and I think Musrat.
Yeah. So Haley and Musrat, do you want us to review anything before we move forward?
Haley said she's good,
okay.
thank you. And then
Okay.
Sajida said erase the lines. I'm erasing them right now because we're gonna move forward, but if you want to keep them for, for notes, that's
You
okay
can.
too.
Okay, and
And
Musrat is
Musrat
good.
says-
All
so
right.
let's continue. Shall we get into, you want to do hair and I'll finish the eyes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have something about.
Oh,
Yes.
question? Comment?
I see this is Jones. Jones?
No, it wasn't Jax. Who had the question? Come off mute.
What? Could you make like the brows? I don't know how to make like the shape because it just looks like lines.
Oh, I think that's Kelly.
It just looks like lines.
So you wanna, would you like to hold the thing?
Yeah,
for me? And
I'll hold it. All right, so Kelly, Miss Avocado's gonna show you, okay?
Okay, we're gonna zoom in real close and personal to these lovely ladies' eyebrows. And if you can see, it's a little blurry because of the camera, but you can see I went like this. So I made them fuzzy with this hatching line. And it looks kind of like this. I'll do it on the side as well. Like you have your line for your eyebrow, which is just a line, but then you do this. Real close together, and you follow that line with your hatching. And depending on how thick or thin your eyebrow is, you can make it thicker, or you can make it thinner. It's really up to you. But you see, it looks like hair.
Okay, thank you.
You are very welcome.
All right. And I see Haley's like, I want to make my eyebrows caterpillars. All right. So Miss Avocado is going to continue with the eyes, and then I'm going to show you how we can start hair. Okay.
Yes. So right now, our lovely lady Duality does not look like she has a soul, and it's freaking me out. So we're going to now give her that soul with our pupils. Oh, ow.
You okay?
Sorry, guys. We're sitting on the floor, and I just got a leg cramp.
Don't hurt yourself.
Oh, no.
I'm getting old, folks. I'm getting old. Aging gracefully, as they say. So, we're gonna start with our pupil, which
I see.
is in the center of our eye. But there's a catch. You do not make eyeballs that look like this. Are we always staring at each other like this?
No.
No. We're staring at each other calmly with our eyelids on. And so once we make our pupil, which is going to be that perfect circle, we're going to put it in the center with a little bit of the edge touching the bottom. So right now she's got that face, right? But that's going to change. So from the center line and touching the bottom of our eye, we have our scary pupils. And now how we change it is by adding our eyelid. Your eyelid, if you can see, covers your eye even when it's open. What does that say? I look like Slender Man.
Slenderman.
Slender Man doesn't have any eyes. You lie. So this is like she saw him. She was like, "What?" So now we're gonna do the eyelid. Now, what did I just say? It even when your eye is open, it still covers your eye. And so we're going to start with our loop, where it touches the edge to the other edge. So where that halfway line we have comes through, that's where our eyelid is going to touch. Zoom it in. You see that?
Yep.
And the same on the other side. We're gonna swoop it, have it cover just the tip of our pupil or iris, whichever. And we have eyelids. Now she looks calm, composed, not freaking out. Like quarantine hasn't freaked her out. She's relaxed now. 2020 is almost over.
All right.
It looks so real. Thank you, Melanie. And who said now I look like a tired old man about to go into a kid's club?
Mine's is horrible.
Oh man.
Who said theirs was horrible? You should see mine.
Oh.
The first try is always gonna stink, you guys. I hate to tell you this. This is just a lot of practice.
Miss Avocado, I know what we
Question.
forgot.
What did we forget?
Ears. We can hear. We can't hear. She can't hear.
She can't
She
hear me
can't hear.
screaming?
She can't hear.
Hello.
So,
No, she can. I'm sorry. Would you take care of that, Mrs. Butler?
All right. So since, well, when you look at someone from this frontal view, right, you don't see much of the ear. You kind of just see like a curve, almost like a hook, right, that connects. Now, sometimes I've seen people draw ears like right over here or like way down here. Okay, that is not where our ears are.
They're not.
Our ears are technically in the middle, right? They start off right at that center point. They kind of meet up with our eyes, okay? And then they come down to about where our nose is. So on paper, it might look like that's a pretty big ear. It's not. It's a proportionate ear, okay?
Oh yeah, if you look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold a pencil right here. You see? Right there.
All right.
So basically where your eyes is at?
Yeah. So right about here, I'm going to draw like a little, I'm going to call it like a little hill, okay? Because our ears don't stick out too far. They're
And-
kind of close to the head, right?
Fun fact, I think this is one of the reasons why many artists leave the line out past the head.
You can draw the
Because
little.
you can draw the ear.
Yeah. And so I'll draw a little hill, and then I'll bring it down. Okay, I'm following along with the head. Okay, going in, and then I'm stopping right about where the nose is. So that's about here. Yep. And so I'm bringing it in. Now I want to curve at the bottom because we have these earlobes. So we're gonna curve at the bottom. Now make it darker so that we all can see. So here's where the ear is. Okay? Now we're going to do the same on the other side. So take where that eye is, make a little hill, and then bring it down. We're stopping about here. Here's where our lobe is. And then connect. Now she has 2 ears.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so we're ready for the next step.
Yes.
Oh, just a side note.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot the pupil.
Oh, yeah. So we have a little bit of a shine there.
That's a little bit of a shine because your pupil goes right underneath like that. But your eyes always reflect the light, and usually the light is above you. So you put it in the corner like that, and then you have this little U that touches that. You have your eyes.
All right. A human version of an espresso bean. Oh my.
Sounds
That's
delicious.
funny.
That does sound funny.
All right. And so now we get to a tricky part called the hair. Okay. Now, I know sometimes, even when we start down in the middle, I've also seen some people kind of like start their hair way up here at this top line. No, we do not have, well, we do have hair up there, but our hairline doesn't start at the top of our head here. Our hairline starts a little bit lower. You have a forehead, okay?
Or in my case,
A 5.
I'm proud though. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of mark off 4 fingers, right, from the eyebrows. And here is about where I'm going to start the hairline, okay? So about here, okay, is where our hairline starts.
Are we doing like a widow's peak or are we doing just regular?
Do regular.
Regular.
All right. So I want to start with her hairline first. It's a her.
It's totally a her.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the hairline first. And so here is where I'm going to. Yeah,
I
sorry.
know, smudgy.
Yeah. All right. So starting from this middle area, right? I'm going to kind of take a look, almost like mine, curve it out. And now it can start to taper on the sides. And then we give her some sideburns.
Now, why do this looks almost like when a lot of guys or even other girls get their head shaved, and so you wonder, why is this necessary? It's because even when you have your hair long, your hair starts with this shape at the top of your head.
Right?
You got that?
Yeah. Yeah. Fix that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No problem.
All right. So we gave her a hairline. Okay. I'm gonna zoom in a little on Miss Avocado here, fixing the hairline. Okay.
Here we go.
So once we have the hairline, then we can determine the kind of style we want.
Is that supposed to be me? My nose don't look like that.
No, it's a girl, Mr. Yadaberry.
Okay.
Listen, pay attention.
Okay. I don't know. They kind of started looking like me because the people make fun of my nose, and I got some flashbacks. So I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to trigger you.
All right. And so now we're going to continue this with getting the full shape of the hair. Okay. So what I like to do.
Are we doing a down do? Are we doing an up do? What are we doing?
We can do it down.
Let's do a down do.
Okay. So we aren't going to stop at this point. We're going to go a little bit above. Okay. And I'm just going to make the shape of her hairdo. All right. So I will start it and bring it. It's a little flat on that side. All right, okay. We're giving her straight here. We can, or we can give her like curly.
Well, let's get the shape first.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with right above. Actually, let me hold it up so you guys can see how, because it's very slight, but you see that line that's right above that Mrs. Butler is darkening. It's not touching the top of the head because your hair always gives you volume from above your scalp.
Yeah. She has like wavy hair.
We're doing 2B. Yeah, 2B curls and waves.
All right. And so we are getting the shape.
And then I'm gonna do the front, which is, yeah. So Mrs. Butler's gonna check you guys in. So we have the hairline here, and you have the front of your hair, which does have a certain pattern to it as well. So we're going to curve it up from the hairline and down. Let me give it a little bit in front of the face because we love that look.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing. I guess this would be a self-portrait of both of us, wouldn't it? If we combine our
Yes.
looks.
So I think I see in the chat. So Kelly, if you want to do a different hairstyle, you can. Just remember that there's volume to your hair, even when it's in a different style, okay? So we still, the same kind of rules apply. We don't touch the head. We kind of go slightly above it to shape the hairstyle first, and then we fill it in, okay?
Because I want to do a bun because that's like my natural hairstyle
Yeah.
Got it.
every day.
So with your bun, we don't want to go straight to that top line that we drew, right? We want to go a little bit above it because you have volume, right? Think of your hair kind of coming over that.
Even when it's in a bun or a ponytail, there's a layer.
Think up there. Wait, look. This, I made this.
Spotlight. Who can we get spotlighted?
There we go.
I made this circle right here.
You want it to get a little closer.
Okay.
Where the bottom of your bun would be, you want it to be a little closer to the top of your head, like what Mrs. Butler started
So
with.
I'll do it here on this one.
Oh, yes, please.
So with that, like, because I have a bun sometimes too, most days. All right. And so what I like to do is I take the shape of my bun, which is usually kind of like a donut, right? And what I do is I bring it close to the head.
See?
And then that's where the shape comes in, right? I
So-
think of it this way.
So there's where the head started, and this is the volume of the hair above being pulled up to hold up the bun.
Perfect.
Okay, I think I might get it now.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
All right, so who is ready to move on? Thumbs up. We're good. Amara is good.
Yep. We have most-
Melanie's good. Haley.
Yep.
Mary's good. So-
And Amara. Yep.
Natalie's good.
All right.
All right. We're going to keep going. I'm going to start with erasing what would be under our hairline because we don't see it anymore once it's drawn.
Mm-hmm.
This is like our finishing touches. So, this hardwood floor is
Yes.
hardwood floor.
Okay.
I'm gonna get rid of my outlines.
So we're getting rid of all the lines that we don't need anymore. Okay. Because we won't be seeing them once we're starting to fill in our hair. Bit. All right.
I think all she needs now is I'm also gonna erase this circle, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna show you where I'm gonna erase it. I'm gonna erase it just at the top half.
Owen is like skills. All right.
And
Let me adjust this part.
yeah.
And then I think up here.
I think that we actually use.
Oh, okay.
We do a little bit. So like when you have your hair that comes up in a volume, sometimes you can see the hair like being curved underneath. So you just use the hairline bit that's showing. And I'm doing hatching, but in the direction of the loop.
All right. And so from here, now filling in the texture of our hair, okay? I'm gonna start with like the part in the middle. So we're gonna pretend that she has a part, but we won't draw that line because in real life we don't have kind of like a drawn line. It's just kind of made with our hair. They don't seem to be touching, right? So I'm gonna follow along this way and then I will follow along that way, okay? So I'm gonna start with making these curved marks, taking my time, going from the middle and then going outward. So middle, outward, middle, outward, middle, outward. All right. Then on this side, I won't have them touching. I'll do a little space and then go curve outward. Kind of make a mark like this. Can you see it? Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. So notice how these marks are not touching. There's this kind of like white line or white space made. That would be the part of her hair.
I'm zooming it in nice and close.
Yeah. And so I'm going to continue that, taking my time. Till I get to the top part of the shape. And now we have the start of her hair, and we'll continue that same texture throughout, right? This technique is also important for highlights too. So if you want to show like that shine in your hair, you have the marks kind of go close together, but they're not touching. So you leave kind of just that like white space.
Yeah, let me show you.
Yep.
So right here on her curl, I want to show a little shine going here. So I'm going to do this right on the top. And I'm curving in the direction of this line. So all the hatching goes this way. And then it's going to curve back up, but I separate. So there, if we were to continue, there would be a shine going this way. What's going on? I'm talking about that espresso bean still. I saw that. I saw that. I didn't say nothing, but now I'm saying it just so you know.
Espresso bean.
We're watching this chat. It does not go unnoticed.
And so
that would be a shine on the hair, because you know she got good hair. Period.
All right. And so this is our tutorial on making a portrait, a representational portrait.
Ooh, eyelashes.
Oh yeah, we forgot the eyelashes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I take that back.
One more thing, and then you guys are free to go.
Yes, and Haley said.
Gianna, what's your question?
My question is basically if you wanted to put like your finger on it to like smudge in the thing and then use the eraser to like erase some of it and turn it white back, is that like okay to do it?
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad you mentioned it because that's going to be part of our future lessons in when it comes to shading and making highlights, tints and tones. We're going to talk about that in the future as well. But Gianna, if you already know what you're doing, go for it.
All right.
Now let's get to the eyelashes. So, where do I begin on my journey of eyelash drawing?
Start inward and flash out.
Yes,
Flashy.
they
Flashy.
flash. Now, remember, we're doing representational, but if you want to exaggerate just a little bit because you love like those falsy eyelashes, it's your choice. I personally do like to add a little extra bit when I'm doing my self-portraits because I know that I have a little bit here that you can't see right now, but it's there. So we are going to start from the outer corner of our eye. We are going to touch the eyelid. We are not going to go above. We're not going to go below inside the eye. That's not where your eyelashes grow from. They grow from the eyelid. And we're just going to do a wisp. Can you, I don't know, how much closer can you get?
Haley says your eyes look so weird.
Thank you. That means so much.
All right.
So you see I'm doing a little wisp. Zoom it in. Zoom it in real close. You see? Hold that right there, Mrs.
Mhm.
So you just go
That
whoosh,
looks good.
whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah,
It looks a
does
little
look really good.
like this. You
Who
see
was
that?
That was Kimberly. Kimberly says it looked really good.
Thank you. You see, it's just a little loop, very quick. And I'm just doing that across. And then when I get to the middle, I'm gonna start changing the direction like this. Because when you're looking someone head on, their eyelashes will curve both directions. Now, I'm doing a bunch, but we don't have to have a bunch of eyelashes. We just have a lot of little thin ones as well. So on this one, maybe she has her falsie on, but on this one, she's not gonna have her falsies on. So she's just gonna have like a few lashes, not a bunch. And in both eyes, she is gorgeous, okay? You do not need falsies to be gorgeous, but here she chooses, here she does not, okay?
All right. And so now,
What about earrings? Like if you want earrings.
You can add earrings.
so we think of like the lobe, like kind of add your
Go ahead.
little piercing. Right? I want to say this would be where piercing.
We could have a piercing or we can have a hoop, which if you're looking head on, sometimes they do come outwards. Like
Yeah.
like right now my little curves are coming outwards, so you can see them a bit. So we're gonna do a loop where you can see half of it.
Yeah.
And that's that.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up for our first out class. Woo!
I see in the chat someone's asked about glasses. We are gonna show in more detail in the coming lessons on how to kind of like draw the glasses, draw those other accessories.
Yeah, because once we start talking about earrings, we want to talk about all the other little characteristic and features that add to our self-portrait. Because remember, this is you. We want you guys to have all those little bits and pieces that make you and your style present.
Yes.
All right.
Now I really get it.
All right. Now, before we move on with anything, I want to just thank everyone for coming out. Before you leave, everyone that's here, actually put your name into my raffle called the Wheel of Names. We have a couple of things to raffle off. How does it work? We're located and situated in the Bronx, New York. That's where we live as the teachers, and that's where like we're running the programs out of. So if you live in the Bronx, I will personally drop off. If you win, I will drop off your art gift to your house. But if you live outside of the New York area, that's fine too. I'll just ship it out to you. I know we have like someone here from Texas. We have a couple of kids from Iowa. Kaiser, I know you live in the Bronx. All right. So our first gift is our spirograph. You want to talk about the spirograph a little bit, Mrs. Butler?
Yes. So with the spirograph, all right. This is actually something that I secretly kind of want to. It's good. It works kind of like with math, if you will, and so they have these like stencils, right? And it has these little areas for you to put like your pencil or your pen. I like to use pen and like use different colors, okay? And so what it looks like is kind of like these stencils fit in well with each other, kind of like gears in like a car or a machine. And when you move your pencil or pen in this stencil and it aligns with the gear, you get to make these very pretty, like, I guess, swirled marks, swirled designs, and they become repetitive. And so each point kind of has its own design, and it's kind of cool figuring out what the designs look like. So this is a fun kind of like gift, a fun raffling tool that you can have with you.
So I'm gonna share my screen because I don't want any of you guys thinking I'm trying to cheat the system. So everyone's name is inside this wheel of names. I'm gonna click to spin in 3, 2, 1. We have a winner. We have a winner chicken dinner. Shout out to Noah. Noah, I'll call your mom after the class is over. I'll get your address. I know you guys live not too far by, and I'll drop it off. Thank you, Miss Parade, for coming through. We have one more raffle before we close out. This one, it's a create and carry 75-piece box. Ooh. We got markers, we have gels, we have color pencils, and we have crayons all in here. This is a nice like desk setup. If you look at the back,
Mr. Yadaberry, can we add Sajida really quick? She said she didn't see her name.
All right, let me check. Let me check the wheel of names. I think Sajida's there. Yeah, Sajida is here. She's the
okay.
green.
It was moving too fast, Sajida.
All right.
Yeah.
Noah, I'm taking your name out. And now for the create and carry 2-in-1 lap desk and carry case. Let's go.
Let's see.
Oh,
wait.
Oh, that was so close. It was right there.
My name is not on there.
Who was that?
Who said that? Wait, was that Kimberly? Kelly? Kimberly?
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, okay. So not Kimberly. Kelly, that was you, Mama?
Nah, Kelly almost won.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because my name wasn't spelled right, so I didn't notice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Who's the name I didn't spell right? Kelly's?
Yeah, Kelly.
My bad, Kelly.
Why?
Oh, okay. My bad. So Noah and Kaiser, I will be dropping off your gifts. I will try to actually later today. I'll definitely text your parents. Thank you guys for showing up. As always, Neighborhood United, that's our name of our organization. This program is Canvas Kids. If you guys ever want more information, or do you want to share with other people and tell them to sign up, tell them to go to neighborhoodun.org. That has all our information and the dates for the next upcoming classes. So we have a class next week, and then after that we're taking 2 weeks off for the Christmas break. And I don't know. You want to give them a little insight as to the next class, and then we could close out, Mrs. Butler.
Yes. So for the next class, okay, we want you to save these portraits, by the way, in a safe place, like a folder, a drawer. You can put it kind of like in a book. Make sure that you save it, okay? And then for next week, we want you to make sure that you have a working tech device. So a tablet, a phone, laptop, computer, whatever it is that you're using to be on with us for these classes, okay? And you need a photo of yourself or your drawing, okay? That's why we want you to keep it nice and safe, okay? And you will need to have access to Chrome Canvas, okay? We'll also provide the link for you for Chrome Canvas, but if you want to go and check it out, you can type it in on Google in the navigation bar, and you type in Chrome Canvas. It's usually the first one to pop up, and it's a free app to use, okay? And so that's all we'll need for next week. Next week, we're going to be digitalizing our portraits that we did today, or digitizing a photo that we have of ourselves, like a selfie. And we are going to make digital portraits on Chrome Canvas.
All right. That's the end of the class, guys. Thank you, everybody. Truly appreciate it. You can sign off if guys want to just stop and say any words to us. We're here for everybody. That's it, guys. Thank you. We'll see you next Saturday. Same time, same Zoom link.
See you next